I know people have been saying like if you have oily skin it really breaks up, but I have not found that at all. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video I am going to be testing the newest product by Fenty, and I absolutely love Fenty Beauty, so I am so excited by this. So this is the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint. So it's a tinted moisturiser, and I absolutely love tinted moisturisers. I feel like over the last sort of year whilst we've been at home, and especially in summer, using a tinted moisturiser or like a CC cream is just amazing. Like your skin just feels so much better, and I love tinted moisturisers. I have just been wearing normally the It Cosmetics CC cream. I haven't really tried many others, so yeah, I'm really excited to try this. It comes in 25 shades. So Rihanna did a video for this and she said that it's 25 shades because if you have a match in her Pro Filter foundation, which has a shade range of 50, then you'll have a match in this because this is so light that each shade covers 2 shades from the Pro Filter foundation, if that made any sense at all. I think it did. We'll say it did. So this costs £25, which is normal for a product from Fenty. It normally costs around that price. I think the foundation is a similar price as well. And just before I try this, I'll just have a look at what it says on the website. So it's a blurring skin tint that delivers smooth, instantly blurred skin in just a few easy drops. So yeah, I am gonna give it a test and I'm gonna put it on, and then I'll come back as well in like a couple of hours and see what it looks like later on. So just on my skin type, so I do have oily skin, definitely like oily T-zone and like oily on my chin. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how this looks. And how to use, it says, shake well and apply a few drops with fingers or the full body foundation brush, made to layer with your skincare and primer. Okay, so it does want you to put your normal moisturiser on underneath. So I'm just going to go with the Wishful Honey Balm Jelly Moisturiser. I got this in the Huda Beauty mystery box, and it's honestly like my favourite moisturiser. It is so good. So it's Easter weekend, and I actually went to Asda earlier, and I forgot to get an Easter egg. I'll have to go down to like the shop near me and get some, because this would be then the first, I was going to say Christmas, the first Easter ever that I actually don't have one single Easter egg, so definitely going to go and get one. I really want to try, has anyone seen that M&S Easter egg that has like, it's like thick and it says that it's got like biscuit pieces in it? I really, really want to, sorry, I really, really want to try that one. So I got the shades 10, and it says to shake well. So I'm gonna give this a shake. Okay, why do people pull that face when they shake something? Like really angry face when it's just not necessary. Could just shake something with a straight face and not be like, anyway, let's get on with it. So I think what I'm gonna do on this side, I'm just gonna use the brush, a brush, not the brush, just a brush, a foundation brush, and then on the other side I'm gonna use a sponge and just see what looks best. So I'm gonna start off with that much. I'm just gonna zoom you in a bit. So I've put this much on for now, and then I'm just taking this like dense foundation brush. It's just a brush that I got off Amazon, but I'll link it below. It's actually a really good brush set. I'm gonna blend this in. Okay, so this is looking pretty dark. It is really, really hard to match the shades online, and I did think that I would just be wearing this when I'm tanned anyway, so I think it's fine. It's going on really nice. It definitely is more of like a wash of colour though, which is to be expected, rather than obviously having a lot of coverage. I actually really like the way that looks. Because I always think as well, you can just spot conceal if you need to, so. So I've done that side, and I actually really like the way that looks. It looks really natural, and sometimes I feel like with tinted moisturisers and CC creams, I don't know why, but because of the consistency, they sort of can clog in like certain areas, and for me that's always around here where I have like more texture, but on this I don't think it's done that at all. So yeah, I really like the way it's looking so far. So I'm going to just do the other side too. And I'm just doing the same amount, so I just did the 3 stripes. This time I'm going to go in with a brush. This is a sponge. This is the sponge by Huda Beauty. It is going on nice with the sponge actually, as well. To be honest, I'm not really seeing a difference in using the sponge versus using the brush. Actually, I think there is slightly more coverage on this side with the brush than there is using the sponge, but we all know sponges suck up all the products. Do you think that that is why the sponge was created? Like by some makeup mastermind who was like, if we create a sponge and everyone uses it, they'll have to buy 10 times more product. Probably not. That's probably definitely not why the sponge was created. Probably created because it works, and it works well. I've just gone over that spot, and obviously as you can see it hasn't covered it at all, but that is not what this is supposed to do. I really like the way this looks. So I'll just come a bit closer. So this is what it looks like. Like fully zoomed in now. So this is just what it looks like on my head. I think it just looks like it's like second skin. It's not plugged into anything. I think it looks really nice. And then just on the sides of my face, so I do have texture here and it has not clung into it at all, or on this side either. So I'm really happy with that. And I've got some spots here too. Got like a big breakout and here, but it's not like it's not covered anything, but it's not made anything look more noticeable. So I'm really happy with how that looks. So I'm just going to now use my other face products like I normally would, and just see how they layer on top of the tinted moisturiser. So I'm just going to use the NYX Born to Glow concealer, and this is in shade Natural. And I'm just going to dot this on my spots. I do find that this is really good for correcting your spots. And what's really good if you do this and you do sort of correct just the spots with a concealer, definitely leave it. Leave it to sit on the skin as well, and whilst you're applying it, try and get it like as close as to just on the area that needs to be covered as possible rather than around it, because it just makes it look a lot more natural when you do it like that. And then we're going to get some of that same concealer and just put a little bit under my eye where I have some darkness. I always get darkness as well on the outer corner of my eye for some reason. And then I'm just putting a little bit where that redness is around my nose. Blend that in. Ooh, that is blending out really nice, that concealer. And then I'm just going to get the Maybelline eye eraser. This one has been through the mill, as you can tell. Just dot a tiny bit of that because it's a little bit brighter. And then just a reverse contour, some down the sides of my nose. Everything is blending in really nice so far, and I am really loving the way this looks. So to cream contour, I'm just going to use the Rimmel Lasting Matte Concealer, and this is in the shade Mocha. I actually do think cream contour looks a lot more natural than, what am I trying to say? Than a powder contour. I don't know why. I just feel like it just blends in with the other products way nicer. Ooh, I'm not going to do my forehead because I don't want to risk setting off that bad boy that does not need awakening. So my forehead can stay with no cream contour. And I'm just getting that same brush that I put the tinted moisturizer on and pressing that into the skin. Okay. That is blending in very nice on top of that skin tint. Look how easy that just blended in. Also with cream contour, I'd always say push the product into your face rather than rub it, because if you rub it, you'll just disturb the foundation or whatever it is that you've got on underneath. So always try and push the product where you can. I'm just going to go back with the sponge just to blend in down the sides of my nose. I'm really happy with how that all looks. So I'm going to set my under eyes. I'm just going to get rid of any creases. And I'm using my Coty Airspun powder, the one and only. I use it in every single video, but yeah, it is the only one I use, so why not? It is just the best. I know I always keep banging on about it, but it really is. And then again, this brush is just like another really random brush that I got off a set on Amazon. Honestly, I used to think I had to buy all these really expensive makeup brushes, and you really, really don't. I feel like you can get good quality ones and they don't have to cost like £60 for one brush. Like, I just could never. Like, think of the food shop I could do for that price, for the price of one single brush. And then I'm just gonna get the Hoola bronzer, again as per usual, and this little Real Techniques Expert face brush, and just set that cream contour. Again, I'm not using a lot of this because I do think this skin tint is definitely for a more natural look. So for me, if my skin is more natural, I do like to keep the rest of my makeup more natural too. Now back to those spots, I didn't forget about them. So I'm just going to get the pointy bit of my sponge and just tap over them gently, just to remove any harsh edges and blend the colour in, because the concealer is a bit of a more full coverage consistency than the skin tint, so I just want to make sure it's all blended in and not noticeable. Oh, I'm going to make such a nice Sunday roast on Sunday. I bought all the ingredients from Australia, and they've got gin, Gordon's gin, for a litre on offer for £16. It's actually for £15.98. I don't know why. Do you think that when companies do that and supermarkets do that and it's like £15 something, like we know it's £16? Just because it's £15.98, like that's not going to make me buy it any more than if it was £16. But yeah, why do I even care? I don't know. So I'm now going to set the concealer on those spots with the loose powder. And one thing I do when I'm setting concealer over spots is I always get quite a lot of loose powder. This just makes sure that it doesn't come off during the day if you use quite a lot. And because it's translucent, it does all just sort of disappear anyway. So yeah, I always like to use a lot. So the final thing I'm going to do is just set my whole face with that powder, the translucent powder. I'm going to get the H&B Cosmetics Dare to Be Different blusher in Self-Made, and another Amazon brush. It was in the same set as the powder brush, actually. And put some of that on. I really love this. I feel like it's like the perfect peachy colour. So nice for summer. And then for lips, I'm using my Gosh lip liner in the shade Raisin. And then my new favourite lip product is this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I actually love this, and I love the shade of this. So this is in shade 65 Seductress, and this is really, really nice. And the formula too, it's not like super drying, and it smells like strawberries. It's just, yeah, I really like this. Okay, and then just quickly some of my all-time favourite mascara. It's the Volume Million Lashes Mascara by L'Oreal, and I'm just going to put some on my bottom lashes. So I've now finished all of my makeup and I'm really happy with how this looks, but I am going to leave it a few hours and then come and check back in, because I have seen some people say that this does separate and sort of break up on oily skin, and my T-zone does get fairly oily, and by fairly oily you could probably fry an egg on my forehead at the end of the day. So I will come back and show you what it looks like later. But I'm really happy, I cannot speak. I'm really happy with how it looks at the moment, and all of the products that I put on top went on really nicely. And I was just thinking, this does seem to me more of like a light to medium coverage. Like, it didn't feel really like a tinted moisturizer, but then I've had a look at the description and it does say the blurring skin skin, I don't know why that word just makes me feel like, I don't know, just, anyway, it says buildable light to medium long wear coverage, so it doesn't even say light. I don't know why I was thinking it was going to be super light. It's light to medium. And then it does also say humidity, sweat and transfer resistant formula, so if it's claiming to be that, then it should really work well throughout the day with oil. But yeah, I will come back in a few hours and show you what this looks like. Okay, so it is now 12:30, so it has been like, how long? Like 8 hours since I put this makeup on, and honestly I am so pleasantly surprised with this tint. I know people have been saying like, if you have oily skin it really breaks up, but I have not found that at all. Like, for me, this doesn't look any different from when I first put this tint on. Bear in mind, I've like watched a film, fallen asleep, I've eaten my dinner, like I've been out to the shop as well, and I've worn a mask and nothing has come off, like, at all. Let me zoom in so you can see, but honestly, like, this is my like forehead area. It doesn't look any different. Under my eyes, like, it's not broken up at all. Around my cheeks, like, I'm really happy with this. I think this would be perfect for summer. Like, I'm definitely gonna keep on wearing it because I think it looks great. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you tried this and what you thought. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.